So I was talking to myself the whole time. Such a beautiful and wonderful experience, of course. I have advanced a little bit while we were doing this, so I have done this interior part. Damn it, I'm so stupid. Why the hell didn't I press record? Well, we're here now, so let's continue from where I left. So let me explain what we did. So I softened the edge here, so the eye looks a little bit more blended in. Then I created this interior part of the teardrops. It's very complex, so if we look here, it's soft, but here we have kind of like organic. Maybe this one can be even a little bit more blurred out, just a tiny bit. Yeah, there we go. And then this one is a tricky part that I had to play around with. Probably will have to add even more shadow here, but we will see. Then I created this part of the highlight here, and I created it in two parts, the lower part and the upper part. And we're gonna mask it using the eyelashes. Now, here we have two pigmentations. We have this chalice thing here, and then we have a lighter pigmentation here, and then we have two lines here. I haven't created this one. This is too not very obvious. So this one, but this one is obvious, and we're gonna work a little bit more on this one. This one is also a little bit obvious, and then this is the most obvious one, of course. And clearly this one needs a sharp top and a very soft bottom. And that's very tricky to do, because we can see that it goes towards another color here. And what I thought of doing was to, first of all, create a gradient and sort of like do this color here. It's more, yeah, something like that. You see, it's already showing up as more normal. And what we could do, and I was saying, unfortunately, we cannot control how much blurriness or featherness, if you want to call it like that, we can have on because you can see here is more sharp and here it becomes more blurred. Now on rasterized softwares like Inkscape, sorry, like Photoshop and whatever, you can create a gradient blurriness. And we can kind of create it here, but it's very, very tricky to do. But I thought that instead of just trying to, well, I think I'm gonna try something first. Let's see. So if we can see that this one is more blurred on this side. So if we duplicate this and we blur it stronger, oh, that's too much. Stronger like this, we can create then a secondary, no, damn it. Well, this is complicated. I wanted to do, well, I think I can do it. We can lower the alpha here. Oh, where's the other one? I didn't duplicate it. So let's go back. Okay, save. Duplicate. Are you duplicated? Yes, you are. Now we go with a blur like this. And now in our gradient, we lower the alpha on this side. What the hell is happening? Am I using the same gradient on both of them? Yeah, I think the gradients are... damn it. They're linked. So, how was it? It's in this gradient. Maybe this will work. Of course not. Damn it. I forgot how to separate gradients. Um, I think that did it. Let's see. Ooh, I even got the color right. Nice. And now, if I try to do a different gradient, like this, I can lower my opacity, my alpha. And if I go on the other one, which is the blurred one, we can go and lower the opacity on this side. So we now can control how much blurriness we have on this other side. So I can go with more blur. Is it working? Oh gosh, it's not working. It's not working because... Yeah, why isn't it working? Oh, this is why it's not working. I had a secondary element there, which I didn't notice. So now we're gonna lower the blurriness here, and we see now here we have a sharper blur, and here we have a softer blur, maybe a 10. So this one is also 10. What the hell? No, this one is 10. This one is 8. And maybe this one can go a little bit softer as well. Maybe a tiny bit more. 90%. I don't want it to be too strong. But then we see that we have a very strong sharp edge on the top. So in order to simulate that, I was thinking of doing another duplicate. I'm gonna go with full alpha on both sides. And I'm gonna remove the blur on this one. And it needs to be all the way behind everything. But in the same time, it needs to have lower opacity. And it needs to be a tiny bit higher, like that. Maybe even less opacity. So now, if we activate this, we can sort of see that we can play more with this to look more blurred. I think this one could use tiny touch like this. Let's see. Yeah, that could work, although I should make it a tiny bit better. It should go over like this. It should be a little rounded. Yeah, I can live with that. I think at the edge here it's more like this. Maybe a tiny bit more like this. Well, more or less. Suppose here it's too... If I get rid of this, let's see. Yeah, that looks a little natural. Still not perfectly there, but it's better than it was before. So we have this now. Okay, so I said that... Oh no, it's not this one. Which one is it? The sharp one. This is the sharp one. So the sharp one can go... If we go for sharp, it's gonna be like that, but it's too obvious. So I only want to sharpen a tiny bit. The top edge maybe a tiny bit higher. Yeah, I think that looks okay right now. I think we have enough. Information to work with this. Maybe we'll lower some of the tones here and there, but we shall see. So first things first, we notice that there is this dark shadow over here. So dark shadow comes around like this, and it ends like this. So it's a very dark shadow. It's full opacity, it's very blurry. Good, we have fixed that. Now we have a secondary shadow. A secondary shadow that goes somewhere from here, and it goes underneath here, and it kind of ends up right over here. And we will see. I think I'm gonna first create a shape. And this one is a lighter tone. But now the question is, how much do I want to... Oops, like this. How much do I need to blur out, and in which direction as well? Okay, I think that covers it. Because this is very blurry on this side, but we know that this top side, it's gonna be sharp. So let's try something. First we're gonna save. Now I'm going to create something like this. And I'm snapping on these edges, and we'll see in a moment why. I want to duplicate this, and I want to remove this, and we have this exact shape now. So I don't think I did it right, because I want to blur into this direction, right? Yeah. Oh, actually, I did it right. I'm gonna show you guys why. I'm gonna take the same shape. I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna select this and this. And this is the normal edge one. And I'm gonna do intersection, I suppose. Let's see. Is it intersection? Oh gosh. U and U. Wait, I don't want to do something stupid. So U and U intersect now, please. What is it difference? Oh, it's intersection. Yeah, there we go. And you're going to be the other one. I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna create the fur color just to take as a reference. Bam, and there we go. I have masked it in some proportion. And now, if I take this and I do this color, and now if I go blur like this, I can see that this does its job. So, but I'm not satisfied with this. It needs to be larger. So we're gonna create a larger area. Like this. And this one also needs to be larger because I want to show that the blur goes inside the eyelid. The edge, the shadow. And the blur goes outside of the eyelid. And now we only need to, I think I'm gonna do something with this. Let's group it and let's put it on top. And there we go. There's still some things I don't like here. Mainly the fact that this one is too, the opacity is too clear. Let's go like this first of all. And let's see how much opacity we can lose before it looks weird. I think this looks okay. And we'll still have to add some more shadows here and there, but I think at the moment this looks okay. So what's very important here to notice is that this kind of acts as a unnatural mask, but we also have to be careful. I think we need to... Oh damn it, did I remove that one again? No, I did not. Okay, I need to go full now. And let's look around here. So we don't want to have very disjointed elements here and there. So I'm gonna try to reposition this a little. Yeah, that looks kind of okay to me. Again, the eyelashes will solve a lot of our problems, I hope. I don't know. We shall see. But we have to be very careful with this one, because this one sits on top of this one, but the eyelashes sits on top of over everything. The eyelashes, sorry, the whatever this ridge is. Good, good, good. We still have a lot of work on this side of the eye. I still can't believe I didn't push record. Oh my god. Well, here we are. I think we can even do something smart now and disable our background template. Not this one, the image I made, sorry. So it doesn't get in the way. It was the thing in the background here, the full eye. Oh, I see. That was something that was there, but now it's not anymore. I don't know what I did. There was a clip, and I messed up the clip. And that's what I deleted at one point, and I wasn't very clear on it. But we will survive without it. Okay, we have it here. So, never mind. Let's go back to our little eye. The Eye of Sauron. This will be clipped with this shape, but we will do that later. I want to do all of the outer shadows and whatever it will be before I can group and mask them together, so I don't have to lose too much time on that. And now if we look very closely here, this is also very important. This side has another pigmentation here. So we have to kind of make it very, very subtle. Or maybe I did it right because I put this on top of everything. And I suppose it's gonna go like this. And it kind of goes something like that. I don't know, something. This is a little darker on this side. I'm gonna create a gradient on this, and this one is sort of like this. And it needs to be, oh shit, it needs to be somewhere around this spot. And of course it's gonna be blurred. Well, we're already starting to see some very nice. This one is a little darker. Yeah. Oh, maybe a tiny bit lighter. Okay, that should work. Should work. I don't know if it does, but it should. Hope you guys are happy. I am happy. I am happy with how this looks. It's not the best thing in the world, but it's not the worst thing either. And now... now this looks something like this. Yeah, I don't know, something. It's gonna be blurred, of course. Maybe that's a little bit too much of a blur, but you know what? Looks, if we need to lower this a bit more, less blur. Ugh. Are they both using the same gradient? So I think we can kind of trick it a little. Maybe that is a little too strong or too thick here. Tiny bit less. Just right. We shall see. Maybe this one less. Okay, for now it looks okay. Now we do have a few things left. We have this part, which is sort of like this. There is the cheekbone here. It's a chicken bone. Chicken bone? Cheekbone? I don't know. Something like this. Oh, whoops. I didn't close it. Okay, yes, this is part of the cheekbone. It's part of the eye socket, because the eye socket is going inwards and the cheekbone is going outwards. Okay, so we're gonna do something like this. Of course, we're gonna blur it for opacity on this one. We're gonna lower it. Yeah, something like that. I think we're gonna do a gradient on it. Because it kind of goes like that. I don't know. Hope it works. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, we're screwed. Maybe a little bit more blur. Let's see how that looks. I don't know. Looks like something. Now, we have... we have something here. Actually, wait. We still have a highlight over here. I think this one needs to be even more blurred. Oh, that's too much. Higher. 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 Good. Good, good, good. Now, there is a highlight over here. And it's not a very conclusive one either. I think there is another shadow over there as well. Let's try not to make it too thick. And it kind of loses its opacity towards this side. I don't know. I don't know. This one is tricky. So clearly it's very blurred. It needs to be underneath this. And as I said, it kind of loses its opacity towards this edge. So something like this. Somewhere like that. I don't know. But I do notice there is a tiny shadow over here. Now kind of thinking about it, I feel stupid because, well, it's okay. Yeah, there is definitely a shadow there, but it's very subtle, so we have to make it subtle as well. And it kind of ends here. Okay. Hopefully it looks okay. It's a very soft shadow. Yeah, like that. But it needs to be underneath. Even... oh, that's too much blur. Something like that. I'm gonna lower this. And I think I'm gonna Which one you? I'm gonna thicken this part out. I don't know, it's bugging me out. I don't know. I think it looks nice. I think it looks nice. And there is still more gradients around this area. So now this is gonna be particularly difficult to do. Mainly because of our shadow over here. So in order to trick this, we'll need to do it manually, because if I do it, let me show you. If I do it like this, it's clearly going to pop up here. And although I would love it to do it like this, there is absolutely or I think there is a way to do it. But it's not gonna work. Because we still have highlights over here where we... I don't want to push it like that. I'm gonna just do it manually. I want to keep this highlight. It feels good here, how it pops up. Maybe I'll soften some of the edges here. Maybe even... I didn't I soften this or not? Oh, that's too much. A little bit more. Yeah, perfect. Hope it doesn't pop up too hard. We soften this hard edge over here. Now, in my opinion, this kind of goes on top of this, so I'm just gonna go with what I have, like this, this. I don't know, like this, this, not too much, like this. And we're going to lose the opacity towards the edge of the eye. It doesn't matter. Maybe I made it too high. I should lower it. Yeah. And this is gonna be sort of like this color. It's not perfectly like this, but it should work. This needs to be underneath all of that. And we're gonna do a gradient here, clearly. And this one kind of needs to go like this. And then, as I said, this is gonna lose the opacity on this side. And of course, we're gonna blur it, just so it feels natural. I don't like this part. Huh. Yeah, we're starting to see problems here. But I can fix this. I can fix this by moving the... Where are you? You? Oh, God. Oh, gosh, 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 gosh. This one needs to be on top. So we fixed that part. I think you need to be less soft. I don't know. There's no way to put it. I don't know. I don't know. This is complicated stuff. Ah, shit. You need to be disjointed. Yeah, like that. And you need to go a little bit like this. I'm not perfectly happy with this. But maybe I can trick it with something. First of all, this one kind of bugs me up. It needs to be softer, more blurred. You need to have less opacity. Maybe you have a less opacity as well. I don't know. I'm not liking the way this is turning here. Let's try to remove this part. Ah, I think that should fix something. This definitely needs more blurring, but if I blur it harder than it actually is, let's go with 11 for now. 12. Ah, this is kind of the maximum I can push it. But we're starting to see this highlight, which we definitely do not want. And if I try to push it inwards, it's going over this other shadow. And we cannot put this shadow on top. So the only solution would be to create sort of a special blur here. And the eyelashes cannot mask this for us. So let me try to do something. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try anyway. Not too much. Let's try to make this black for now, full opacity. And now reduce the opacity like that. And I want this on top. I want this like this. And now I want it to set it as a clip. I was afraid of that. Oh, it's not this one, it's this one. Maybe no. Yeah, this sucks. This sucks. This sucks royally. Unless... But no, how do I do that? Okay, we have a problem. This one needs to have more blur or something, I don't know. Less opacity. Ah, 3. I think that fixes the issue. Or not. Complicated. Okay, I think what the problem is the fact that we need to kind of group these things together. Oh, come on, really? This is so stupid. think I got them all. Group. Should I group this as well? Not now. Come on, give me the line. Oh. And let's get ourselves the mask. And let's clip our group. Yeah, I know, it's not perfect. But... oh shit, didn't pick up this one. Control group. Set clip. Oof. Let's try to fix the top part first. So one way is just to pull this one, this one. Oh god, this is gonna be a nightmare. Yep. Kind of need to select them both, I suppose. Just pull a tiny bit like this. I don't know. Let's leave it as it is. It's a pain in the ass to fix these things. We're just gonna live with them. Sorry, it's a pain in the ass. Now, I just realized there is... this one needs to be a little lighter. Oh, that's too light. And... well, there was an artifact over here, but whatever. I'm gonna leave it as it is. I don't care anymore. Ah, actually, might not be as stupid as I thought. There is something that I missed here. Let's try to... expand. It's not a good idea with that one. But I just got an idea how to fix this somehow. Let's try it like this. I don't know, something like that. And I'm gonna blur the hell out of it. And darken it. Well, it's not a perfect solution, but it's the best I have at the moment. Yeah, it's all I can do to get rid of those highlights that were happening up here. They're still happening to some degree. Maybe I can... yeah, something like that. Oh. I don't know. It doesn't look perfect, but it's something. I think this one can do with a little darker tone. And You know what's the problem? The problem is that this should be on top. Why isn't it on top? Perfect. Thank you. Maybe I'm stupid and I'm doing it too. Let's try to get sort of like yeah, that's what I was going for. Could be better, could be worse. Definitely could be worse. I think this one is kind of closer to this. Let's put it a little underneath that shadow. Yeah, that should look sort of natural. That's tough. I'm not gonna fix this white outline because it's gonna kill me. There are ways to fix it. You need to kind of stretch the mask and do some tricks here and there. You can do it, it's very indicated. But since we're gonna look, well, it is obvious, I can't deny that, but I don't have the energy right now to look. Sorry, it's this one. And we have to carefully select here the mask. And even so, it's not fixing it. And I think that's actually because of the blur I did on this one. Yeah, it is actually because of that. You see? If we pay a little bit of attention. Oh, there, we fixed it. Well, I'm not so stupid after all. Well, I did pull this thing. Well, whatever. Nobody's gonna know. Except us. And on the lower, well, this one isn't that obvious. That's okay. There is a little bit of something here, though, that I have missed. So I don't know how much I should push it. Something like that. Try to push it like this. And I like that color. Let me try to blur it even more. Not that much. Something like that. I think that looks okay. Doesn't need to be too strong. But I like it. And now we just need to do the last thing. We need to do the eyelashes. Well, there's still this part. I'm not perfect. To be perfectly honest, I think I'll blur it just a tiny bit more. Yeah. I don't know. Looks a little bit better like that. And we still have, oh my god, there's so many details here in this eye. Oh man. I think we can leave this. This kind of helps. This also helps as a shadow, as a highlight as in the same time. So can kind of leave it like that. Can kind of escape with it. This is sharp, I know, but this could use a shadow here. That's gonna be a pain. I don't know if I can finish it today. It's too much to take into account. Is this on top? Hopefully it is. Technically this should be a little bit darker, but I don't know. I kind of like it like that. It doesn't have to be the same colors and the same shape. Sometimes you can even get some very interesting, what are they called, accidents and results that you did not expect. Maybe it looks a little bit cleaner or a little bit more younger, or I don't know. Always helps to zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Yeah. this oh my god, this is gonna be a freaking freaking nightmare to do, but we have to kind of do it. There's still some freckles and some pores that also add to the details, but that is really difficult to implement at this stage easily. It's not easy to do that, but we shall see. So, let's talk about the main issue here. This one. Oh, actually, wait, there's still a very clear detail here that I have missed. There is a red part here, and I haven't noticed it until right now, so it should be from right here, right like this. Actually, it's not very organic to do like that. Let's try it. It's very subtle. It's a very subtle element. This one needs to arch, and it's a very deep brownish red, and it needs to go all the way not in the right workspace again. Oh, where did I put it now? Okay, now let's see. So black, 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 black. I think here, or lower. Yeah, here. That's where you have to go in. And it should be a very deep red. Very obvious red as well. Lower opacity. And I need to push it a teensy weensy like this. Oh gosh. Okay, what's the solution here? The solution would be to do it like this. Okay, like that. And here we have to lower it. It kind of looks a little reddish and darkish. Maybe a 15 would look more natural. But we still have one aspect. It needs to be a tiny bit more outwards. good. And then we really need to do something very smart here. We need to create a bloop. A bloop like that. A very bloopy bloop bloop. It's even darker than, because it reflects a little bit the surroundings, so it should be more like that. Even bigger. Why am I making it so small? Yeah. It's definitely inwards. Yeah, I think that looks quite okay. No, it's smaller. I need it too big. It's a little smaller. And a little bit more back on this side. Yeah. And maybe this one needs to be a little larger. And this one a bit more to the left, a little bit more to the right. Yeah, like that. Yeah, yeah. But now looking at it, it needs to... I think I did it too strong, so we're gonna lighten it a bit. Not too much. And there is sort of like this this very subtle shadow here. But I'm not gonna do it. It's pushing too much into the eye. I want it to look crystal clear when you're looking at it. So I'm gonna leave it as it is. It's a very subtle thing. Maybe it is still too big, but let's try. Let's roll with it. Let's see how it goes. And I still notice something. Although this one is very difficult to put here, but we're gonna try. From this point up to this particular point. There is another white thing here. Okay, go down, 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 down. Down. I don't know if it's on top. Yeah, it's sort of like on top. It has a very slight blur. It's too much. It should be more like this. Okay, so there's something else around it, so we could try to simulate that with this. Not how I suppose. I know what I'm trying to do, but it's not working the way I wanted to do it. Or let's try it. It's gonna be a very subtle stroke. And very, very, very... Oh, sorry. So now, if we go to fill, and we go to our fill and go towards this, and we go to our stroke paint, and we go little darker, but it kind of goes towards a blue. There we go. It's not perfect. I think we can improve it a little bit here. Mainly just pull this up. Yeah, like that. And there would need to be sort of a very clear line here. So this thing, this thing needs to be underneath this, but this one needs to be more subtle then. So I'll do it even more subtle. Maybe we'll lower the opacity to 10, 11. And I don't know. Something tells me do it tiny. Maybe it's a little bit too desaturated. Just enough. I think that looks okay. Maybe it is a little redder here, but then there are some shadows and this. So sometimes the color kind of pulls in. So it kind of tricks the eye if it's lighter or darker. We shall see. So that's one highlight that I wanted to do. And then we have one here and one here. And I think that's it. I'm not gonna pull all the microscopic highlights either. So I said I'm having one more here. This one is kind of very sharp. We don't need the edge. I'll go with very tiny blur here. Okay. That's very sharp. Okay. And then we have one more that kind of stands out, and it's this one. And this one is sort of like this, and this. That's not enough. Something like that. But we need to put it underneath. Oh, why am I working in the wrong? Come on, yeah, there we go. So go down. Okay, so we'll have to kind of trick this one to look natural on the edge of the line here. I think that works. Maybe it's smaller. of course, blurry. Not too blurry, but blurry enough. Now let's look at it. Still a bit too strong, so I'm gonna do a gradient here. Hey. Yeah, something like that. Oops. I closed my I closed my layers. What was it? Control L, Control O, Control. Oh gosh, I don't remember. No, Control Shift L, L. Okay, let's look. Yeah, I do like that. I do like that better. Maybe this thing could use a high note. Oh yes. And maybe we can do the opacity just a little bit smaller. Okay, that looks impeccably good. So only these 3 points interested me. There is still some more things here, but I think these are part of the organ itself. So I'm not gonna bother with those two little things. They're just distracting. And we have this edge that's still very distracting. And not particularly happy about this for some reason. I don't know why. Why is that? This on top. Maybe the blur is too strong? No. The problem is very clearly the shape. We need to fatten the shape a little. Yeah. And I think it also goes a tiny bit more here towards this part. And maybe a bit higher like this. A little stronger here. I think that looks okay. I'm not gonna touch it anymore, it's too much. Maybe this one needs less opacity. Okay. Okay. I'm so not in the mood to do this part. The eyelashes are very, very, very costly in time efficiency. How shall I do this? I'm thinking. I just noticed that if I put my head like this in my on my arm, it's just like this panda is going all over the place. So yeah, what can we do? We just have to roll with it. Well, these are very proeminent eyelashes, so let's inspect them a bit. I think we should simplify them because there's so many little... if we simplify it too much, I think we should go with a baseline first. But I just noticed these also have highlights on them. Hmm. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which branches into 3, 7, maybe even 8, 9, 10, which branches into 3, 11. This one goes sort of, but this is we can add this one. 12, which branches into 3. And then we have these clusters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And these ones I'm gonna ignore. They're too they are too subtle. And so are these at the edge. I just noticed there is another shadow here. Ah, too many shadows. We're killing it, and it's enough. I'm just gonna keep it like that and not push it too hard. Or oh my god, I'm going insane. Okay, I'm gonna push it. What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I have to push it. A little lower. More blur. Yes. Less opacity. Uh, okay, that should be underneath now. Uh, that does add some, but that needs also to be underneath this part, yes. This highlight. It's not very clear how, but it does look like something. Oh my god, those clusters are freaking me out. I think I'm gonna leave them for tomorrow if I can get around to finish everything. I know this took quite a while, but I think we did quite a lot of good progress. I like it. Could be better, could be worse. I think it's not the perfect shape. I did mess it up. The arching here, I messed it up a little. And here is still a little bit more soft, but the thing is, when you're working for too long on something, you're starting to lose track of all of the details and to kind of like start seeing things that are not there or push things into a direction that you shouldn't push too hard. So I will take a little break on this for a day. And then when I come on back and see it with fresh eyes, it's gonna be easier to continue because right now I have too many pinpoints and too many elements that are surrounding the eye, and I'm trying to push too much into it, and I don't want to overdo it. And there are things that I want to tweak still, but I think I will just make it look odd towards the end. So I want to take a step back. Well, thank you for joining me in this crazy wild session of mine. Hope it helped you guys get inspired of what vector art could really do. And if you really like my things, stick around, see what I'm gonna be able to do next time. Have fun and be safe, and you guys are awesome. See ya. Bye 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 bye.